Whatever time you are listening to this, I just say good day. This truly is from the heart of me. It truly is. So, here goes. Can I just start out saying how much I miss being in church? I miss the hugs. I miss the handshakes. I miss Abel meeting me on the platform, sharing with me his new shoes or shirt or toy. I miss Joe and his jokes. I miss the ladies cooking. I miss fried chicken. I miss Brenda's banana pudding. I miss all these things. I really miss preaching to a church filled with people that I call my family. Can I also tell you what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for Karen McPherson recording the sermons, Bible studies, and messages. I'm thankful for a brand new nursery that is waiting to be used, thanks to Lisa Murphy and her family. I am thankful for your tithes that you keep giving so that our ministries can continue to go forward. I'm thankful for a wife that reminds me how blessed I am when I get depressed from being stuck at home. I am thankful for the calls, the texts, the drive-bys, just to say, hey, Todd, I love and miss you. I'm thankful for a church that has always made me feel wanted and loved. I'm thankful for a local board of administration that is united. And together, we're going to get back to normal, and we're going to get back to a better normal. I'm thankful for the North Carolina West District of the Wesleyan Church. I'm thankful for our district superintendent, Jerry Lumsden, our assistant district superintendent, Todd Reynolds. I am thankful that every week we have 2 meetings online, and they do their best to keep us as informed as we can be and to keep us as pastors encouraged. I'm thankful for Trent Patterson for being my sounding board, my voice of reason, and most of all, my friend. I'm thankful for my kids and my grandkids. I may not get to talk to you often, but with anticipation, I think of the next time I will get to see you, either here in Asheboro or in Michigan. I am thankful for a Savior that will be with us, hold us accountable, and will keep our minds expectantly looking forward to once again being together at church to worship and to see each other. These are a few things that I am thankful for. I have a few prayer requests I'd like to also share with you tonight. I ask that you please remember Joe McPherson in your prayers. Also David Lytle. I ask that you continue praying for the President, our Senate and Congress, our governor and state legislators, as well as our local leaders. I ask that you pray for those fighting this disease. I pray that you will lift up the healthcare workers. I pray that you will lift up the doctors. I pray that you will lift up those that are working in the grocery stores, those that are working in stores to make sure that we have plenty of food, plenty of drink, plenty of toilet paper. I've asked that you remember each of these. I ask that you would remember those that have been furloughed or laid off from their jobs. I pray that you will remember churches as they desperately try to reach all the people and to meet their needs. I ask that you would especially remember our local board of administration. We have a meeting tomorrow night, which will be Thursday night. We will meet to discuss the reopening of our church, whenever that may be, and to look to the future to prepare for life after the COVID-19 pandemic. I also ask that you don't forget the sermon for the week. That will post on Saturday. And the Bible study, it will post on Tuesday. Both will be from the book of Daniel. I do ask that you post questions. No one has, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Post questions that come from ideas that you hear from our sermons, from our messages, from our Bible studies. I'd love to have some discussion because I seem to win the arguments where I'm arguing with myself. I also ask that you post stories that something might have caused you to think about. I miss you. I miss talking to you. And I am scared to death when I see people, I'm going to hug them before I think. I guess that just shows the amount of love that I have for you guys. Also, please don't forget that if you are in need of assistance, please don't go wanting. Please call me. There are people that have come to me and said, Todd, if people need anything, let us know. You've got people here in this wonderful church of ours that would be more than happy to do anything to help anybody. And lastly, I'd like to share with you a devotional from the book of Daniel. The book of Daniel is where we will have been all week. Again, we are reading from Henry Blackaby's devotional. The title of this one is called Scrutinized. Let's look at that. Daniel 6, verse 4. At this, the administrators and the satraps tried to find grounds for charges against Daniel in his conduct of government affairs, but they were unable to do so. They could find no corruption in him because he was trustworthy and neither corrupt nor negligent. What would happen if your enemies set out to find every damaging piece of information they could about you? What if they followed you to see where you spent your time? What if they tapped your phone and eavesdropped on your conversations? What if they checked your bank account to see where you spend your money? What if they interviewed your classmates or co-workers looking for someone with some dirt on you? Would they come up with any embarrassing information? That's what Daniel's enemies were trying to do. They desperately wanted to dig up some incriminating evidence on him to make him lose his job. But Daniel had nothing to fear. They could find nothing because there was nothing to find. The worst thing that they could come up with was that he prayed a lot. Now, please let that one sink in. The worst thing that they could come up with concerning Daniel was that he prayed a lot. What a testimony. There is incredible freedom in living a clean life. It eliminates the need to keep secrets or to worry about what might be exposed. It removes the vice grip that guilt can hold on your conscience. Perhaps you have already done things that, if revealed, would cause you shame. Although you cannot change the past, you can start fresh today. It doesn't matter where you have been. It doesn't matter what you have done. With Jesus, He forgives and forgets. Never forget that. Ask God to forgive your past sins and help you to begin a life of absolute integrity. Each time you face a questionable decision, ask yourself this question: would I be ashamed if what I'm about to do were made public? If you choose to live a pure life, you will enjoy the tremendous freedom that comes with it. Normally, I use these words when I'm talking about revival. But we're not able to have our revival with Reverend Terry Ivy. We will, but we can't now. And normally when we're going into revival, you hear me say the words, it's a time for personal reflection. We're in a pandemic. We can't go many places. We can go out and we can have a fire. We can sit around that fire and we can listen to the creek. And it's amazing that when I have a fire and I'm listening to the creek, it always seems that God talks then too. You see, you can use this pandemic to do a lot of things. And one that I'm challenging you to do is to draw closer to Jesus. That's my challenge for tonight. Use this time to draw closer to Jesus. I hope that each of you have a wonderful rest of this week. I think it's supposed to be real pretty this weekend. Just go out in the yard, make a fire, and if you're blessed to have a creek, as we are, listen to it. And then listen for what God has to share with you. I love you very much. I'm looking forward to when I can hug you.